Welcome to the 2021 High School Volleyball Senior Night. Thank you all for your show support for our seniors. These 7 student athletes have become sisters in the volleyball family. Whether they have been at USN for 13 years or for 4, they have been all made a huge impact in the volleyball program. Speaking on behalf of the volleyball team and coaches, you all will be truly missed next season. Now to introduce our seniors. Number 9, Josie Aronoff. Josie is the daughter of Dr. Leah Payne and Kendall Burgess, sister to Leah and Ray. She joined USN as a freshman. Josie is one of this year's captains. Plays the Valor for the Tigers. Josie is the leader of the International Club and a member of the GSA, the Broadcasting Club, and the Feminism Club. Her favorite subject in school is neuroscience, and she plans to major in botany in college. Her dream career is to one day become a pharmaceutical botanist. Outside of school, Josie enjoys watching TV and hanging out with her friends. Josie, thank you for all your hard work over the last 4 years. Kendall Burgess. Kendall is the daughter of Dr. Burgess, sister to Brooke and Brock, and has attended USN since kindergarten. Kendall has been a 4-year member of the varsity volleyball program and has played volleyball for 8 years at USN. She serves as one of this year's captains and plays as the varsity setter. Outside of volleyball, Kendall is the president of Untitled Chapter and enjoys watching Netflix and hanging out with family and friends. Kendall plans to study and have a career in physical therapy. Kendall, thank you for your leadership and dedication to the USN program. Number 11, Rosemary. She is the daughter of Troy Hickey and Lisa Redding and sister to Aria and Lisa. She has attended USN since kindergarten. Rosemary has been a member of the volleyball team since she was a freshman and is also a member of lacrosse and cross-country teams. Rosemary is also involved in Habitat for Humanity, Student Theater, and Student Council. Outside of school, Rosemary enjoys hiking, running, reading, and baking. Rosemary, thank you for your positive attitude and joyful spirit. We will miss you. Number 16, Ainsley McMillan. Ainsley is the daughter of John and Suzanne McMillan and sister of 4 brothers, Cole, Aaron, Dean, and Martin. She's attended USN since kindergarten. Ainsley has been a member of the USN Volleyball program for 8 years. She is the student body vice president, is also involved in Tiger Club, Theater Group, Hispanic Latino Affinity Group, the Broadcasting Club, Zeitgeist, and International Club. Ainsley has also been a member of the lacrosse, softball, and track and field teams at USN. She plans to study agricultural engineering and design and hopes to one day have a career as a Walt Disney Imagineer. Outside of school, Ainsley enjoys thrifting, cooking, mini projects, and hanging out with friends. Ainsley, thank you for your high energy and many laughs you bring each day. Number 30, Ella McCoy. Ella is the daughter of Mark and Paula McCoy, and she's sister to Alex and Garrett. She's attended USN since 8th grade. Ella has participated in volleyball for all 5 years at USN. In addition to volleyball, she's also participates in Time of Pride and volunteers at the Humane Society and plays basketball. She will attend Converse University in the fall where she will play basketball studied pre-med and hopes of becoming a psychiatric nurse practitioner. Outside of school, Ella enjoys playing travel basketball, hiking, swimming, and playing with dogs. Ella, thank you for your encouragement and enthusiasm on and off the court. Number 19, Leah Payne. She's a daughter of parents Payne and Anna Cox and sister to Amara and Clay in Tennessee. She's attended USN since kindergarten. Leah has been a member of the USN Volleyball program for 8 years, has been a 4-year starter on the varsity team. Leah is also a member of the USN basketball and lacrosse teams. Her favorite subjects in school are English and history. Outside of volleyball, Leah is the student body president, participates in Tiger Pride Club, Keys, DSU, and is a Rick Moore Scholar. Leah plans to study psychology and political science in college and hopes to have a career as a clinical or criminal psychologist. Leah enjoys watching Criminal Minds, going to the lake, and traveling. Leah, thank you for your support and dedication to the volleyball program. Number 8, Madison Starks. Madison is the daughter of David and Yvonne Starks and sister to Caitlin, Deandra, and Deshawn. She's attended USN since kindergarten. Madison has played volleyball at USN for 8 years. In addition to volleyball, Madison is also a member of the cheerleading team. Participates in Student Council, BSU, Top Teams of America, KYB Leadership Academy, and President of Lambda Lambda Beta. Madison plans to major in pre-med and minor in Spanish, hopes to have a career as a dermatologist. Outside of school, Madison enjoys traveling, watching movies, and styling different outfits. Madison, thank you for your support of the program and your positive attitude. Again, let's have a round of applause for our 7 seniors in their last home match as USN Tigers. Thank you, seniors. Thank you, parents. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for singing of the national anthem. Valor Collegiate, and University School of Nashville. First for Valor Collegiate, number 11, Lucinda Love. Number 5, Ella Atkins. Number 13, Lucy Bates. Number 7, Dave Mitchell. Number 1, Susanna Brooks. And number 9, Emily Roberts. And the starters for USN Tigers. We've got to number 2, Kendall Burgess. Number 16, senior Angel McMillan. Senior number 19, Leah Payne. Senior number 30, Senior number 11, Rosie Pinky. And senior number 8, Madison Starks. And playing there, starting for the Tigers, number 9, Josie Eleanor. Good luck to both teams.
Well, after that spectacular senior night introduction from Athletic Director Josh Stout, and I want to welcome you all to Sperling Gymnasium for USN Volleyball Senior Night. As you can tell, all seniors playing on the court for the Tigers today. And once again, welcome to another USN Sports Network broadcast. My name is Reed Murray. Joining me is Dr. Fitz and Rennie Henningsen. Dr. Fitz, you haven't really gotten to get out to many, or you haven't been on the broadcast for any volleyball games so far this season, so what are you looking forward to seeing in your first broadcast of the year?
Well, I'm really honored to be up here in the booth for my first volleyball game, senior night. It's a big night. Tigers have high hopes for tonight. I talked to some of the players before the game. They were saying Keys are going to be getting off to a fast start with great effort, great communication. So I know if they're able to do that, they'll be in good position to win this game.
You can tell the crowd is ready for this one. This is definitely the biggest crowd we've seen at a USN sporting event in the last 2 years, so definitely the players have something to play for tonight beyond it just being their final game in those USN colors. If you missed it, the starting lineup for USN tonight: Ella McQueen, Leah Payne, Ansley McMillan, Kendall Burgess, Madison Starks, and you just saw Rosalie Hinkey get subbed out for the libero, Josie Aronoff. On the court for the Wildcats, we have Lucy Bates, Susanna Brooks, Ella Atkins, Lucinda Love, Liv Mitchell, and Emily Roberts. Lauren Ashworth is the libero who just got subbed in. Kendall Burgess ready to make the first serve of the game for the Tigers. And it goes over the net. Return by Love. Burgess over to Aronoff. Setting up McMillan, senior to another senior, and it gets over the net. Good block there from Payne, but it stays on the Tigers' side. 1-0 Valor Wildcats. Lucinda Love will serve here for the Wildcats. McMillan gets it all the way over the net. Burgess is there. Can McQueen keep it alive? She does. It goes all the way over the net. Another block there from Payne, but once again it lands in the Tigers' half of the court. Just 2-0 Valor.
Tigers have got a couple of hands on those blocks that nearly had them, just haven't quite gone their way yet.
Yeah, but you know, crowd erupts as USN gets their first point of the night. It's 2-1 on that serve that hit the net. So far the blocks haven't worked out perfectly, but if they're getting into that spot, it's a good sign for the future if they can start connecting on those and keeping them from going over. There's the Aronoff serve. Berkeley Barnum couldn't quite get the right positioning on that one, and it's a tie ball game.
Now, something that's been true ever since she was a freshman, Josie Aronoff has a tremendous serve. She hits it with a lot of pace, and she hits it deep.
That's absolutely true, and now it's going to be the libero, Lauren Ashworth, who sends it over the net. Starks goes to Burgess. Burgess tracking back over to Starks. Can she get it over the net? She does successfully. Here comes the spike block by Payne. That time, it didn't land on her side. McClain with a spike. Ella McClain, first kill of the night. Tigers have their first lead of the night.
What an outstanding block by Leah Payne right in the middle. That saved the point. Ella McClain put it away.
She tried that twice before, it didn't work out. That time it did. And it gave the Tigers a point. That one goes out of bounds. It's 4-2 USN. Another serve here from Arnoff. Setting up Liv Mitchell. Liv Mitchell's spike goes into the open space. It's 4-2. Looks like Liv Mitchell is going to be the main spiker here for the Valor Wildcats. So far, she's done a good job of it. She seems to be the one that they try to set up every time. USN doesn't really have one of those players, their go-to spiker. They call it Burgess sort of just sets up whoever's open. They have a variety of depth there, and McClain was open and gets her second kill of the night.
Ella McClain came to play tonight, and there's no surprise in that. One of the great competitors in USN history.
That would be Leah Payne, another one of the great competitors in USN history to serve. Just like Arnoff, she also is terrific on those serves. Rarely makes mistakes on them. USN will score there. Tigers increasing their lead. Leah serve. Goes all the way over McClain with another spike. That time it's defended well. Valor will push it over. And a little miscommunication there between Julia Spessard and Josie Arnoff. Easy to get tripped up on a play like that. It's now 6-4. Maybe it's 5-4. The official scoreboard says 5-4, but I feel like they missed the point. Burgess gets it over to Spessard. Spessard with a nice push. Another block there and a Liv Mitchell spike. USN keep it alive. McClain spikes it into the back, kept alive. Let's see what Mitchell can do here on that outside. Goes over to Arnoff. Kendall Burgess sets up Charlotte Sigmund, and she just is off the mark on that one. And we have a tie game here, 5-5. Another mistake there on that back row from USN. Wildcats back in the lead. They go a nice run of points there. 6-5 to the visiting team.
I might have made a mistake in the scoring, but I thought we had 6. I thought Josie ran us up to 5. We got the serve back, and Leah got one.
Unbelievable play there by Leah Payne. Running over to fellow students in the student section. She keeps it alive. Let's see how well the Tigers can keep it alive after that spike. McClain on the spike, and they get the point. That is all from a tremendous effort. A senior going all out on her senior night. And the referee not happy with the USN crowd, but you can't fault them for being excited after that one. Unbelievable play there from the senior in the back row. Yeah, I thought we had 6 points there too. Maybe we made the mistake, but I thought you were right about that. But the official score says 6-6 now, so we'll see what USN can do. Josie Wheeler now coming into the game. Kendall Burgess instructing her classmates to stay behind the line. And here's the sophomore wheel and serve. Spike is blocked. And they set up Mitchell again. Mitchell spike is blocked again. USN once again in the lead.
That's just as outstanding a point as you can play from Charlotte Sigmund right there. A couple blocks and put it away.
Yeah, 2 blocks there on that play from Sigmund. She does that so well. That's why she's in that front row. She's a middle front player. She does it well. Little punch over the net there. Arnoff and Burgess go for it. Now Burgess sets up Julia Spessard, who pushes it over the net. Good little dump there from the outside hitter. Payne trapping back once again, putting in a good hustle play. Arnoff over the 10-foot line, sends that one into Wildcat territory. Block there. Spessard can't quite get to it. It's tied. Serve from Liv Mitchell. Wheel into Burgess, setting up Sigmund, who looked like she wanted to go for it that time, and ended up being Julia Spesser to put it over the net. Arnold field just like well, goes off a basketball goal, and Payne forced to make a quick reaction. That's an unfortunate loss of a point there for the Tigers, and it's going to be 8-7 now. Mitchell to serve again. And Mitchell will hit the net on that serve. Once again, tie game. This is a back and forth set so far. We'll see if that trend will continue here. Julia Spessard will go behind the line to serve. Lucinda Love now on the spike. Leah Payne gets there, sends it all the way over the net. McMillan diving to save that one, it will go over the net, but no. She took 2 touches. Unfortunate there for McMillan. And now Rosalie Hinkley, the senior, will come into the game for Julia Spessard. She'll move into that back right position. Rosalie gets to it. A diving Charlotte Sigmund tries to keep that one up, but it's just put out of reach. And Valor increased the lead to 2 points. Payne over to Burgess. Burgess setting up Payne from the back row. Solid hit, but too much power on it. Can't find any space in bounds. Shanks off of Hinkey's arm, tracking back as Josie Whelan. Can't get to it in time though. She stood right next to the We Love Our Senior sign. Right in the back there. You can't quite see it on the camera, but there are signs right next to the Tiger Den mural for each individual senior. It's my understanding the teammates made it for them to show their appreciation for the seniors. And now another senior will come into the game. Madison Starks will take the place of Charlotte Sigmund. Madison will move into that back row.
There's an outstanding team culture on the volleyball team. Everybody really roots for everybody else. Seems to love everybody else on the team. And that really engenders a lot of support from the larger community.
Yeah, not that there's ever bad chemistry on a USN team, but USN Volleyball clearly one of the USN Tiger athletic teams that is the most tight-knit. Student section getting active here. You always want to see that. Can only imagine how supportive the volleyball players feel right now and how much confidence that's going to give them. That one goes all the way out of bounds. Josie Whelan largely lets it go and earns USN another point. As Emily Roberts on the spike from Valor, it just went out of bounds. Starts to serve again. All the way into the back row, Lauren Ashworth tracks back to get it, and here comes Lucinda Love to send it over the net. Leah Payne now to return it, and Payne delivers another deadly spike. I believe that is her first kill of the night, but she's had some tremendous efforts that have scored the Tigers multiple points. Lucinda Love once again, just into that back corner. She found the open space and delivered the ball with some serious accuracy. Valor once again with the advantage. Emily Roberts now to serve for the Wildcats. Student section making some noise. Hinky over to Burgess. Burgess setting up McMillan. And it goes just out of bounds, landing the USN logo right outside the 3-point line. Burgess sets up McMillan again. McMillan, this time it's inbounds, and it's played by Lauren Ashworth. Over to Lucinda Love. Love with the spike. Hinky gets a hand on it, but it goes out of bounds. Burgess now sets up Payne. Payne with the spike is blocked. Hinky keeps it alive. Payne once again. That time they got over. Wheeling over to Burgess. Payne runs behind her with a spike is just denied by the net. You had the feeling she was going to deliver a brutal spike there, but the net thought otherwise. 4-point lead now for Valor. Payne that time delivered the solid spike. Second kill of the night here in the first set for her. Lauren Ashworth tried to get her hands on it. Just couldn't react quickly enough. 13-16 is the score now as Kendall Burgess comes around to serve again. Ashworth going to Love. Just tipped over the net, and that point's going to be given to USN. Remy, what was the ruling on that one?
It looks like one of the players on the other team ran into the net. I can't really tell from this far away, though.
Kendall Burgess on the serve again. Kendall over to Madison. McLean turning around for that one. She finds the open space. Valor tracking back to get to it, but they get it over the net, similar to the play Leah Payne had earlier. McLean once again on the spike. That time, it's cut the line again. Solid dig there from Liv Mitchell. Burgess now to Payne. Payne pushes it over, and she finds some open ground. USN back on the board.
One thing I've got to say, I haven't seen Rosalie Hinkey play in much action earlier this year. She was a little nervous at the start, but has really settled in, playing nicely, keeping a lot of balls alive, setting Leah Payne up.
Yeah, she's been getting some good confidence in these last couple volleys for USN. Getting to the ball in time, keeping it in the air. She's done a good job of that in her most recent volleys. Nice push there from Lucinda Love. Madison Starks over to Payne, and that is some unbelievable awareness from Leah Payne. Spinning around, almost tricking the other team into thinking she was going to set. Pushes it over the net, and it just falls right smack dab in the center of Valor's court. And we have a tie game. Misjudged there by Lucy Bates of Valor, and USN once again in the lead. Such a back and forth game.
Kendall's serving really well right now.
Yeah,
she's moving with a quick rhythm. You can tell she's feeling it.
Absolutely, and you know she wants to keep these serves coming in quickly while Valor doesn't have the momentum. That time, sinks off the raise up. You have the feeling that at least one of these sets is going to have to be one of those where you have to win by 2 and they just go back and forth. And the final score is not 25 to something, it's more like 30 to 28 or something like that. I think he gets that one all the way over the net. McMillan now over to Burgess. Burgess to Payne. Payne's been on fire tonight. That time she couldn't deliver a spike, but she gets it over the net. That one just on the line for Valor. And they get another point there.
Yeah, and at this point, I certainly hope that I was the one who made the error in scoring. I would hate for USN to lose this game on a scoring error.
Absolutely, yeah. It seems like, I guess it must have been our error. But I'm with you. I thought we had that point. Another one just inbounds for Valor. Terrific precision with the way they deliver those spikes. And now Josie Aronoff will come into the game for Rosalie Hinkey. You can tell they were sort of missing her presence in that back row. She's such a crucial member of this team. Good to have her back on the floor. Valor, they get that crucial 20th point, just 5 to go for the Wildcats. What can USN do to get themselves back into this one?
Just got to settle down, keep communicating. A couple of unclean hits right off of serves. Just keep it simple, get the ball up in the air.
Yeah, just been a few simple errors for USN. Absolutely correctable things. You can tell USN is going to be in this game. And there's a point as it hits the net. You can tell USN is going to be in this game for the long run.
That's just what the Tigers needed. They were struggling against that server.
They needed that point. They were, and now one of the best servers on USN, Josie Aronoff, comes in. This could be just what they needed. Liv Mitchell from way out gets that ball over the net. McLean with the spike, kept alive by Kate Herbert. Good spike there, saved by Kendall Burgess. That was Ella Atkins on the spike for Valor. And a block there for Ella McLean. Point given to Valor though. Did somebody touch the net there? Is that what that ruling was?
No, the ball didn't land in bounds. It was off the sideline.
Good block, but yeah, just off the mark in terms of where it landed. On off to Burgess. Special on the outside. Lays it into that open space. A diving Kate Herbert tried to get to that one. Just didn't stick her arms out long enough. And the ball landed right by the scorer's table. USN inching their way back into this one.
Julia's had a great season at that outside hitter position. She's really done a tremendous job.
Absolutely, she has found her spot on this team. And she plays her position well. Valor now just needing 2 points to come away with the win in this first set. USN going to have a serious fight here. But they're aided by that ball hitting the net. Still hope for the Tigers. Now Josie Whelan, the sophomore, going to come in for senior Ella McQueen.
Another Tiger with a tremendous serve. And you never know how difficult it is for the other team facing a left-hander. Got that unusual spin.
That's true. And you know, just as a sophomore, when her senior night rolls around, she's already a great server and a great player. Imagine the kind of player she's going to be in 2 years. On off to Burgess. Setting up Spessard. Spessard with the spike, kept alive by Kate Herbert. Now Susanna Brooks putting it over the net. Burgess now over to Spessard on that outside hitter position once again. There's Mitchell now on the spike. Blocked by Burgess and Sigmund. And it'll be USN's point. They needed that one. They absolutely needed that, and they got it. 23-21.
Both sides played a nice point there. USN just came up with one more shot.
Josie Whelan out of serve. Once again. Burgess now just taps that one over the net. They set up Mitchell on the outside, and she's blocked once again. And the net denies her that time. Susanna Brooks tried to get that one over, but the net stood in the way. USN within 1 point, and Valor will call timeout. Expecting to hear a rattled chant coming from the student section any second now.
Good call, Reed. You had that one lined up pretty well.
Yeah, every time there's an away timeout, you know the student section is going to mock them for that. Basketball jerseys in the student section, specifically surprised at the number of Cavaliers jerseys. There's 2 in the front here. Yeah, it is jersey night here for USN. You got the Cavaliers, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Milwaukee Bucks, Utah Jazz, all represented. Dr. Fitz, if you were a student and you were going to jersey night, what jersey would you be wearing?
Well, all my basketball jerseys are out of date. I have a Blake Griffin Clippers jersey, which would probably be my go-to, or I could go with the throwback Indiana State Larry Bird.
Oh, that's a classic. I would recommend you go with that one. Here comes Josie Whelan, especially because they're light blue just like us. Josie Whelan out of serve. Delivers it into that back row of Valor. And the set couldn't quite find its target. And now we're tied up once again, 23-23, and Whelan will continue to serve. 2 more points and USN has the win. But of course 2 more points and Valor has the win as well. This one could go down to a deuces matchup. Not quite sure if there's a volleyball term for that, but essentially the volleyball version of deuce in tennis. Payne over to Burgess. She pushes that one over the net. Subtle little push. And that one will go out of bounds. Liv Mitchell just can't quite get in the rhythm. And USN 1 point away from stealing set 1 here with a great comeback.
I promise this will be the last time I bring it up, but I believe this game should be over and USN should have won 25-23.
Nice little spin on that ball. You're talking about that lefty, how there's some odds. That one really trickled into that right foot position. Mitchell now just pushing that one over the net. It'll be USN Portland takes it ball. 25-23, a thrilling comeback for the Tigers here in set 1. And they move into the next frame with the advantage.
That was just a tremendous set. Pretty well played by both sides. Not a lot of points given away, a lot of good kills. We're in for a treat tonight, Reed. This is going to be a great match.
This is some exciting volleyball we're getting treated to. Absolutely right about that. back here for set number 2 of USN versus Valor. And if you remember, this is not the first time we've seen a USN Senior Night versus Valor in this gym. Last year, we saw the USN boys basketball team take on the Wildcats for their senior night. Unfortunately, the girls couldn't play that game because the Valor girls team had COVID issues. The USN got the win there. USN no stranger to beating Valor on senior night. Let's see if they can do it again tonight. They got the win in the first set. Let's see if they can close it out in these next 2. Little mistake there on the outside, and Valor will open the scoring here in set 2. Ansley McMillan put in a terrific effort there to try to get to that ball. Couldn't quite do it though. And it's now 2-0. Arnoff over to Burgess. Payne from the back row. Good hit. Mitchell now. And a diving Kendall Burgess couldn't get to that one. It's 3-0. Look, there might be another scoring error. It says 1-0 on the official scoreboard. Now they've got it up to 3. Lucinda Love on the serve. The student section, and they get the point there. Somehow the student section has gotten access to the Valor roster. They were chanting, I'm just assuming they did, they were chanting Lucinda. So they somehow know her name. It's going to be interesting if we see that for every other player, or if it's just Lucinda they know. But a little bit of mind games in the student section. USN with another point there, 3-2. Another thing that's interesting about hockey is that hockey is one of the few school sports where last names are on the jersey, so when you get a good student section for one of those games, oftentimes they'll play mind games with you, calling out your last name, things like that.
A lot of people think it'd be cool to have your last name on your jersey till you're in an away game.
Absolutely, yeah. You don't want to be in front of that away student section, having people throwing things at you, yelling out your last name. You're absolutely right about that. Mitchell now on the spike. Shakes off the arms of Leah Payne, and Valor's back in the lead. Atkins, the starter for Valor, will now be serving. Onoff in the back row, over to Burgess. Setting up Spessard. Spessard finds Atkins once again. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell is blocked once again. Looks like there's McQuain and Sigmund in tandem on that one. McQuain now asking for it, and she puts that one into the back row of Valor. Mitchell once again, that time the ball a little more spin on it. And McQuain to spike. She gets over the 2 blockers and gets that kill. That's her 3rd kill of the night. Tie game once again. Charlotte Sigmund goes back to serve. Here comes Mitchell. And it goes out of bounds. Tigers with their first lead of game number 2. Spot 4.
That was risky business from Josie there. That was a close ball. She made a great decision, though, to let it go. Went out of bounds.
Yeah, good judgment from a wise, experienced player on that back row. And it looks like Emily Roberts touched the net there for Valor. The USN gets another point. The student section chance you can't do that. It's great to see the students getting into this one, supporting their classmates at a USN sporting event. That ball will hit the net, unfortunately. So it's 6-5. Lisa Bates on the serve. Burgess tracking back to set up Josie Arnoff, who pushes it all the way over the net. Mitchell now, USN to defend. It's blocked, and it lands right in front of her. Another block for Ellen McQuain. Another block for that front row. That's McQuain's first block of the night, though.
You love watching Ellen McQuain after she gets a block because she's so fired up. As well she should be. That was a tremendous block on a big hit from the outside hitter for Valor.
Yeah, I don't think anybody else in this team celebrates as hard as she does. And you love to see her energize her teammates, her bench, and the crowd in that way. Emily Roberts now blocked once again by that front row of USN. Roberts gets it all the way over. Mullenbach in the back row. Sets up Burgess who pushes it over. And a set into empty space. Susanna Brooks wanted that one. She couldn't get it. It fell right behind her. Thought someone was coming in to get it. Little miscommunication or lack of communication there. Earns USN the point. Madison on the serve. Setting up Mitchell again. That time she hits the net. I don't know if you can see on the camera there, but she looks in good position to hit that one. It just sort of rolled off her fingers oddly. Just a miss hit there from the outside hitter of Valor. We'll set up Mitchell from the back row. Mitchell definitely the one getting the most touch in this team. And a diving Kendall Burgess makes an unbelievable play to keep USN alive. Let's see if they'll capitalize on it. You would hate to see an effort like that be in vain. Brooks now kept alive by Starks. Mullenbach tracks back, and Payne will get it over. Just kept in bounds there by Roberts. Starks is there. Burgess now to Arnoff from that back row. She jumps and gets it over. Blocked there by Leah Payne, unable to get it over though. It's now 9-6.
That was a great point from Kendall Burgess. She was all over the floor. And Jessica Mullenbach in the back row. She's always outstanding in the back row. Very difficult to get a ball past her.
Yeah, Kendall always putting in a great effort. She's definitely a hustle player. Works hard for her teammates. And you can see the dedication she has. Starks over to Burgess, setting up Payne. Payne with the spike! And it's another kill for Leah Payne. Absolutely on fire tonight. Leah Payne loving her senior night so far. USN in double digits here at set number 2. It's 10-6. Spessard. Setting up Lucinda Love. And it goes into that open space in that back row. Looked like Mullenbach thought it was going out of bounds. It did not though. And
that was very close.
Susanna Brooks serve.
Very close. Tough to see from up here. I'm sure the right call was made, but it was a close one.
Yeah, that was a tough ball to judge. I can only imagine for Mullenbach. You can't fault her too much for that one. Payne now, another kill. It's 4 on the night for Leah.
Leah has all the shots. She can beat you from the back. She can beat you from the front. She can beat you as a hitter, or she can deceive you, as we saw earlier in the first set.
I think it would not be. I don't think you can dispute that she's the most versatile player on this team. She can play just about anywhere and get the job done. Payne now setting up Burgess. Sigma now just trying to tip that one over. And USN to take 4 touches there as that one just fell on their side. McMillan tried to keep it up, didn't quite work out. And it's 11-8. Sigmund now, that time she almost gets the kill, but a terrific save there. Looks like that was Emily Roberts who dove for that one for Valor. Love now blocked at the net, and Burgess will go to Arnoff in the back row. That one tipped by Lucy Bates. Lucy Bates now setting up Love. She has to hit that one with it. Looked like her fists got on that one. Sigmund with a pacey block, or spike, but it was blocked at the net. Payne to Burgess. Arnoff now from the back row, and she's denied by the net. Valor creeping back into this game. USN going to have to stay on guard here, not let them run away with this one. Can't let them get a big run of points here as Emily Roberts serves for the Wildcats. USN is going to get that point as... What's the rule on that one, Remy?
So when the other team was setting, you have to keep your hands in perfect unison. So if you touch it twice, then that's a count off for them.
Good analysis there, Remy. Thank you for that. And that's a Kendall Burgess serve. Let's set up this play. Kendall Burgess lets that one go out of bounds. 13-9 now. USN back comfortably in front. Roberts tries to keep that one in. She does. Lucinda Love puts it over the net. McQueen over to McMillan. McMillan, a high, lofty ball kept in bounds by Liv Mitchell. And point given to USN. She touched the net trying to get that one, it looked like.
Kendall's serve has given Valor trouble all night, both in the first set and in this one.
USN has good depth in terms of people who can serve the ball effectively. That one just gets over and it has some nice accuracy. Burgess, McQueen calling for it. McQueen will get it. She pushes it over and she's fired up after that one. Goes to celebrate with some of her teammates. Charlotte Sigmund's tying her shoe here, and Valor. The Valor bench gave some sort of chant there. Not quite sure what they were saying. Burgess to serve again. 6-point lead here for the Tigers. Lucy Bates gets it all the way over the net. Sigmund now with the spike, and it's out of bounds.
Good run of 4 points there for Kendall.
Kazianoff lets that one go, and it was a good decision to do so because USN get the point on that one. That one went off of the arm of Kate Herbert, who was tracking back for it. And that's an ace for Josie Arnoff. That time Herbert did get that one and kept it in bounds. Arnoff now to press it on that outside. Kept alive, and now it's going to be a bump from Ella Atkins that went out of bounds. Point given to USN, 17-10. Or 18-10 it looks like. Yeah, 18-10, now the scoreboard has updated it. 8-point lead here for USN. It's going to take a lot for Valor to get back into this one. Arnoff sends that one directly over the net with a dig on that one. Little punch there, and Spessard keeps that one in. Burgess, cat-like reflexes. They have to track back to get that one, and they keep it in. Great effort there by Kate Herbert of Valor. Good push there from Spessard. That was Berkeley Barnum. Got to give her props for going to what would have been out of bounds on the basketball court to keep that ball in play. Oh no, that time denied by the net. That was a really good volley right there. Lots of back and forth play. Both teams looking strong.
Josie Aronoff did an outstanding job. She took a couple of big hits from the outside hitter, got him right up in the air, right to the front of the net, just where you'd want to place him.
Ella Atkins to serve now for Valor. Aronoff over to Payne. Payne calls for it, and she does so wisely. Mitchell now on the spike, denied by the net. She can deliver a mean spike. She's been denied by the net several times this afternoon.
And over on the Tiger side, it's hard to tell precisely because we can't hear everything, but it seems like the communication's been really good. Not a lot of contested balls or anything like that.
Yeah, not very much confusion. There's seen a little bit of miscommunication on the Valor side. I think there's been much less of it for the team in the black shirts. And pushed over the net by the libero, Lauren Ashworth. McQueen now punches that one over. Ashworth now setting up Brooks. Burgess to Payne. Payne pushes that one over. She finds the open space. Another point for the Tigers. 9-point lead here. And the Tigers just need 5 more to take set number 2 and be on their way to a win.
All the momentum with USN right now. They're playing great.
Absolutely. What more could you want for them? Great effort there by Lauren Ashworth to keep that one alive. But unfortunately, no one was there to push it over the net.
The serve placement for the last 10 to 15 points has been outstanding, right in the back corners every time.
It's hard to deal with a serve that's landing in the back court, but USN is delivering them there. Here we go. Lots of different servers are doing that. Well, we'll score again. Here comes Jessica Mullenbach, the junior, coming in for another junior in Charlotte Sigmund. Lucy Bates on that serve for Valor. Spike by Leah Payne. She hits the net. 20-13 now. Alan McQueen with a spike. Mitchell again on that outside, and she goes out of bounds. That ball just over that Columbia blue line. And USN 3 points away from a set 2 win. Miscommunication there. Lucy Bates, the ball went right to her, but she didn't know how to react to it. 23-13. Arnoff over to Burgess. Burgess to Payne. Payne with the spike. Kept alive by Lucy Bates. Good reflexes from her. Burgess now sets Payne up again. Payne with another spike. Once again, Bates keeps it alive. That one blocked by Payne! And the crowd goes wild after that one.
That's as good a block as you could ever see, because that was a big hit. And Leah hit it right in the center, sent it right back into the open space.
You could
well
tell
done.
once she lined up to deliver that ball right in the middle, you could tell Payne was going to get in and out block. And now Madison Starks just needs to get 1 point here for USN to take set number 2. And they're going to take set number 2, 25-13, and they win this one. Not quite as back and forth as the last one, but that's what you want if you're USN. They really dominated in this one. Valor got out to an early lead, but after that, USN, they take the points and they never look back. And we're back, ready to start set number 3. We'll see if USN can close it out here and win in straight sets against Valor. If not, still plenty of opportunities to come home with the win, because being 2-0 up is a quite advantageous position and one that you would love for the Tigers to be in. That's all they could want. That's all they could ever want, and that's what they've got so far. So, Dr. Fitz, we were on the topic of jersey night earlier. I want to know, what's your favorite jersey you've seen in the student section so far tonight?
Well, the Giannis jersey is a nice looking one. That was the first one that caught my eye. I don't know, the other ones are all, they all seem kind of vanilla. I see that there's a Jazz jersey over there. I can't make out if that's, I can't make out whose that is. But anything that's not a Lakers jersey is all right with me.
Kendall Burgess on the serve there. And now McMillan will set up Burgess, who puts it over the net. We send the love set up now on that outside bump though. McQueen, but out of bounds will be Valor's point. I gotta say, my favorite one I've seen, there's a couple, but I've seen some good soccer jerseys. I've seen Eden Horton wearing an Arsenal jersey. If you know me, you know I'm an Arsenal fan. 1-1 now. USN will equalize on that serve. That failed serve by Valor. I also see a Team Nigeria jersey. Team Nigeria always coming out with some nice designs, so I like that one as well.
Now, where do you see that one?
In, I want to say, the third row. Probably going to be hard to see on the camera, but in the third row of the student section, more on the left side. Right next to the Chicago Cubs gray jersey. I also like the purple Raptors. There's a couple of those purple Raptors 90s throwbacks. I'm a big fan of that one. Spencer now sends that one over the net. Blocked there from Spencer, but it ends up landing right behind her. 2-1. Oh, Atkins now to serve. Hits the net but gets over. And those are always so difficult to deal with, because the ball always takes a weird ricochet once it hits that net. That's a tough ball to defend.
Yeah, they really are.
Atkins to serve yet again. That one hits the net and does not go over though. She earns a tricky point against USN and then gives one away. 3-2 the score now. Charlotte Sigmund on the serve. Burgess is there to field that one. Arnoff sets up McQueen. McQueen tips it over. And diving in, Roberts is able to get to that one. It seems like the passing of Valor has been a little imperfect tonight. Oftentimes you'll see them, they could be setting up a great spike, but the ball just isn't quite in the right spot. And they've got to take one step in the other direction. If Valor can start connecting on their passes a little more, they might find themselves in a better position. Charlotte Sigmund now to serve. Great serve there. That's a hard ball to play. You can tell Kate Herbert had to dive for that one. We got PK, and a great effort there. Lauren Ashworth puts it over the net. McQueen with the spike kept alive by Herbert. Ashworth now. She tried to set up Liv Mitchell, another miscommunication. The ball in. That was like a fly ball in baseball where two people could definitely get to it, but they each think the other's going for it. And it ends up on the ground, making them both look bad. USN now in the lead here. It's 4-3. Mitchell now trying to get some redemption. Block there, McQueen! And she is really fired up for that one. I want to say that's her third block of the night, if I'm not mistaken. Mitchell again on the spike. That time it's out of bounds. USN's point. Off the arms of Lauren Ashworth and behind for another USN point. Valor has to be careful. They're in dangerous territory here, just letting USN get runs of points like this. They've got to stop it soon.
Those aces are big too. They really allow you to get a little rhythm and a little pace to your momentum.
And that's really got to deflate you, having someone get an ace against you. Of course, hitting the net and giving them a point will help Valor right there, but if someone's just getting aces left and right, that's got to be deflating for a defense. Lucy Bates to serve. We're going all the way out of bounds. No, it just was on the line. I apologize, I misjudged that ball. It just stays on the line for a Valor point.
Coach Scouten back there has got to understand that he works for USN and he's got to do a little more home cooking.
Another serve for Valor. Scouten definitely a fair. That ball goes out of bounds from Leah Payne. Definitely a fair, what's it called, a linesman or whatever that role is. Doing it fairly. Pinky goes right over the net. Mitchell with the spike, and that one is out of bounds. USN will get that point. He's had a little bit of trouble with that lately, finding those spots. It usually either hits the net or has just had a little too much power on it. She can hit the ball hard, and that ball looks menacing when it's coming at you. It just hasn't been in quite the right spot tonight. She's just having trouble really getting into a rhythm, it seems. That time, Susanna Brooks seems to be in a rhythm as she got set up and she found the spot. Valor back within 1 point.
Kind of reminiscent of the second set right now. Valor was within one for a while, then we pushed it to 15-10, ran away with it.
And your Valor, especially when you're down 2-0, you cannot afford to give away points like that on the serve. It's really especially the serve. And that one goes all the way over the net. Kendall pushes it over. Leah Payne tried to do a just little tip over the net. Didn't work out though. Going to Arnoff. Lucinda Love blocked! USN with another crucial block. That front row has been terrific at that tonight. Doing their job effectively, getting those blocks when they need to. Abigail Green comes into the game now for Rosalie Hinkey. Leah Payne now to serve. A dig there from what looked like Lucinda Love. Payne now with a set to the team setter, Kendall Burgess. Abigail Green with the finish. Good push there from Burgess. Love now with the spike. Just off the arms of Josie. Now 10-9. Emily Roberts to serve. Payne is there. Back to Payne. Just out of bounds. Tie game. Abigail Green now. That one goes way out of bounds for Miller Atkins. 11-10 now. Kendall Burgess, I'm not sure if you can see the screen, but she's standing pretty close to her brother Brock Burgess in that student section. And that ball just goes out of bounds. Emily Roberts tried to get to that one, but she knew it was going to hit the ground before she could get an arm out to it. So now Brock gives the ball to Kendall, and she's ready to serve. That one just out of bounds. A little too much power on that serve. 1 point game once again. Lucinda Love serve found the hands of Leah Payne, but she just misjudged it and it went over her head. Tie game yet again. That one does go out of bounds though. Julia Spessard and Tate Barberi getting ready to check into the game. The freshman Tate Barberi, or no, it'll be Tate Barberi coming in for Julia Spessard. Tate's going to be playing that outside hitter position that she plays so well. In the front row closest to our camera. Block there from Abigail Green, and now Barberi to put it over. Green saves her as there was another block from Valor. Arnoff with some good reflexes gets to that one in time. McQueen now to spike. And it'll hit the net and land in Valor territory. And Arnoff will serve once again. Push over the net there, but Ellen McQueen gets to it in time. Green goes over the net, but it looked like she touched the net. No, she did not. Point will be given to USN. Remy, what's the call there?
USN just got the point. There was, oh wait, hold on. Josie serving.
Here comes a serve for Josie Arnoff. Misjudged in that back row from Valor. And it's another ace for USN. That's her second ace of the night for Josie Arnoff. That one hits the net though. Atkins will deliver this ball here. Arnoff gets to it, sends it all the way over. That one denied by the net. USN score again. Rosalie Hinkie to come into the game now for Abigail Green. Rosalie sang a terrific national anthem at the beginning of this game. Now we'll see if her serving skills match that of her singing.
Come on, Rosalie, let's do it.
Great serve there from the senior. In the open space, and it's an ace! You can tell how much it means to her to get that ace. Unbelievable. On senior night, she gets the ace to put USN up 5.
You knew it was coming. You love to see it. Let's get one more.
And she's denied by the net. Rosalie will serve again.
Leah Payne's in tears laughing right now. She's loving this more than anybody. Look at Josie's laughing too.
That time she's denied by the net, unfortunately. But a great run of serves there from Rosalie. She's been someone who's been in the program for a long time, hasn't got a lot of varsity action, but tonight she's getting plenty and she's loving it. That one goes out of bounds. Rosie and Josie both let that one go way out. And the Tigers lead by 6 as Madison Starks comes in for another senior, Ellen McQueen. That spike just down the corner. It looks like Susanna Brooks' spike was going to go out of bounds, but it just landed right on that corner. Not quite on the line, but right next to it. And they're back within 5. Still got a lot of work for Valor, though, if they want to have any chance of leaving Sperling Gymnasium with a win. Payne with the spike blocked, and it lands right on that Tiger logo. 21-15. Another senior, Ainsley McMillan, checks back in the game, and now Tate Barberi will serve. You love to see a freshman getting some varsity action. That one just out of bounds, though. And now Barberry will leave the game for on-off.
She's got a nice serving motion, just didn't quite get her shoulders through it, it looked like.
She'll work on that though. She'll get it next time. Payne with the spike. Kept alive. Ball gets the Bates, and USN will get the point. USN getting closer and closer to closing this match out. Leah will now serve. And it'll be a USN point, it looks like. Abigail Green coming in for a fellow junior, Charlotte Sigmund. And next year, even with the departures USN's going to have, that front row is still going to be loaded. You see all the talent they have there. Abigail Green, Tate Barberry, Julia Spessard, Charlotte Sigmund, they'll be just fine next year in that front row. But of course, that's not to say the seniors won't be missed, because they absolutely will. Goes enough, plays out for that one. It lands on her side. 23-18 is the score now. Valor trying to save themselves here. It will still be a difficult task. On off to Burgess. Burgess setting up Green. Green with the spike. Blocked and kept alive by the Wildcats. Another spike. That time it's fielded in the back row by Leah Payne. On off goes over. Madison and Kendall both wanted that one. It was Kendall Burgess who connected on it. That one goes out of bounds, it looked like, but Leah Payne keeps it alive. And Green will push it all the way over into the back row of Valor. Great volley here. Exciting volleyball being played late in this third set. Green with a spike, blocked to the net but kept alive. They'll set up Ella Atkins and it is Valor point. That was an exciting volley, lots of back and forth going on. So now Valor, it's looking like more of a possibility that they come away with this one, but still lots to be done for them. Burgess not a Payne. Payne from the back row, just nearly ever so slightly out of bounds. Valor once again will score, and they're 3 points behind. Burgess, and she looked like she was setting to a teammate. It went over the net, and I don't agree with that ruling at all. I thought that ball was on the line and inbounds. Of course, the line judge has a better view of it than I do, though. So I can't quite be making that call, but that was like a terrific point for USN from Kendall Burgess. Unfortunately, we will not be awarded that point. Student section not giving up on the Tigers here, despite the run of points from Valor. They still believe they're going to come away with a 3-0 win here. They just need 2 more points to do it, whereas Valor need 4. So the Tigers still going to believe here. What do you think USN needs to do to get back into a rhythm here?
They just need to win a single point. They haven't played badly. They're not really miscommunicating. Just a couple shots where they tried to hit the delicate shot over the net, went out of bounds. They're not way off. Just keep playing your game. If we win this point, we're in great position to put this one away.
Yeah, you're right. They haven't been bad, but just a couple simple things that could have gone either way, and unfortunately they've all gone, or unfortunately for the Tigers, they've all gone the way of the Wildcats. That's all, and that's a fortunate bounce for USN. It looked like the ball was going out of bounds, but it was saved by Valor. So now USN 1 point away from getting a senior night win in straight sets, and it will be a senior who's going to try to put it away here. Kendall Burgess on the serve. We're hearing warm up the bus chant from the USN student section. We'll see if that bus will need warmed up here, if Kendall Burgess can put this one away. Here comes a spike from Love, and it's just inbounds. 24-22. Burgess takes the blame for that one to her teammate, saying, "My bad. If it was her call, let it go out of bounds," but you can't fault her for that. That was a close call. Just a judgment call for her on that back row. Not much blame you can give her there. Lucinda Love to serve once again. on off there, hits the ceiling, and Payne had a near impossible task to get to that ball. So Valor within 1 point. USN still wins if they get a point here, but if not, they'll be tied and the teams will have to win by 2, and it'll have to go back and forth. It's in the love to serve now. What more could you want than an exciting late game drama like you have here? Mitchell now to spike. Mitchell block. Oh, it's inbounds. USN with the win. Senior night win on a senior night block. USN Tigers 3-0 win this match, and it's 25-23. They win the final set. Terrific win from the Tigers. And what more could you want on your final home game as a USN Tiger? What a beautiful ending.
Yeah, that was a great final point. A lot of credit goes to Abigail Green there. She had a great block. And then really, I guess you would call it a second block, but she put it into the back corner to put it away. Great point to finish it off.
Terrific ending to this game. Both sets 1 and set 3 ended 25-23. USN more dominant in set 2, but overall they looked a stronger team without much doubt. They came into this game knowing what they wanted to accomplish, and they went out and did it. You have to commend every member of the team, and especially the seniors who really showed out. Not a lot of mistakes, definitely some terrific play from all 7 seniors on this team in their final home game. This is what you love to see from USN Volleyball. Dr. Fitz, you have any more comments on this game?
Hey, congratulations to the seniors. Well-deserved win. I thought every senior legitimately played a great game of volleyball. They deserve the win, and I hope they have a great celebration tonight.
Absolutely. A terrific way to end a regular season and to end your USN career. For Dr. Fitz, my name is Reed Murray. We'll see you next time. We'll see you during basketball season as it is approaching. I believe November 6th is the first game in basketball season. So we'll see you in November all the way through January with some home Tigers basketball action. We're excited for that. For Dr. Fitz, I'm Reed Murray. Thank you for tuning in to another USN Sports Network broadcast.